Okay, guys. We are live now on YouTube. We are live. Okay. So here is it. We have the SPY. Let's start with the SPY. Okay. So we have here the S&P 500 ETF. That's the SPY. And we came all the way here to this level. So last night, if you watch the video that I posted here posted on YouTube, you are going to see that I mentioned this level to be a critical level. So far, you see that that level is holding so far, and we are going to see what happens next. So, but below it, we have a tiny itsy bitsy level here. I'm just going to mark it for sake of argument. I'm going to mark it here, and we are going to have it here as a zone, right? A zone where price can come to and hold. Okay. So here I expect SPY to fight and remount the 200 SMA, this yellow line. So today the battle is the battle of the 200 SMA. See, the battle of this yellow line. That's it. That's all what today's trading is about, right? The bulls who want to remount it, as in make sure they close the day above this yellow line, and the bears want to make sure that the bulls stay at bay and cause them to end the day below the yellow line. So that's as simple as that. So here, what I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at this area here. So this is our pre-market low, and then we have here as our pre-market high, and just above it we have the 200. So we are far away from the 200 here because this is down trading here, and we have yesterday's lows. Okay. So now, in terms of levels, we have, these are the levels that we are going to look at. So because we have a gap down, what we are going to look at is that we are going to think the opposite. Right, we have the gap down. We are going to think the opposite, meaning that at the open, my ideal move is for this to come down, come here, right? Come here, and then those that are inexperienced, they will look to short this and they buy it back up, right? So basically, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be this. We are going to come somewhere here. Worst case scenario, come here, and then we hold, and then we go up, something like this, right? Or even if a move from here to where the red line is, that's more than enough to make money. That's it, right? So the first target from here is from here to where the red line is. You see where this red line is? 556, that area. That's your main target, right? For the scalp. Anything above it is going to be a cherry on the cake that's going to bring us from a downtrend to the uptrend. So here, what I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at this area here as my demand zone, right? Demand zone is going to be here, and then this demand zone. So here, if price comes here and holds this level, we are going to get the 653 calls expiring on Monday, and we are going to look to trade it to the upside. And so if we clear here, so first move here from here to here, you take profits. And then if we're able to trade above here, you take another profit here as well, where the yellow line is, and then here and there. So in terms of a supply zone, this is the area where I'm looking at as my supply zone, okay, where the gap is and where the 200 SMA is. So the 200 SMA is going to act as a major resistance, because that's where the battle is going to be won and lost. So that area there is going to be an area of interest where if price shoots up all the way here, I'm going to look to get the 660 puts. So that one is going to be there's going to be a reaction always. Anytime price gets there, there's going to be a reaction. It's not just going to blast through and melt like hot knife in butter. No, it's not going to do that. There's going to be a reaction, right? Either a quick reaction or a consolidation period over there. So that's the trade plan for SPY. Let's go to QQQ quickly here. So for QQQ, same idea. QQQ is actually, whoops, why does it have these two lines? Okay, so QQQ here is also battling the 200 SMA, which is the yellow line, and we have all these trend lines here. So this is at the critical demand zone, right? So the goal of today is for the bulls to make sure that at the end of the day, they close the day above the yellow line. That's the deal, right? If they don't, then the bears will hold them at bay and make sure that they close below the yellow line. So it's operation 200 SMA. Okay. So here we have this pre-market high here above this level, right? And then we have we also have this level here. We have a number of levels going on. So here too we have this critical level, which acts as pre-market low. I think this level is going to hold. I don't think we are going to break below pre-market low today, and we are going to hold that area and trade it accordingly. So now let me go to the intraday here. Where is the chart number 2? Okay, here. So my ideal setup at the open is for this to come all the way down here. Okay, so if you're a sharp scalper, if it does that, you can short it to the downside. Take a scalp from here to here, you take profits, because if we come here, look left, the last time price came here, what did it do? Bounce. When it comes here, it's going to do the same thing. Okay, so my ideal setup is first directional pick, we go down. So this is this is a 3-point move. That's a good move. So you can actually short this once that triggers, because now it's going down. If we clear especially if we clear here, if this can clear here or clears the view up with a 5-minute candle, you can look to short this target in this area, right? And then once we get here, you offload your shorts and flip long if this starts holding. That's it, right? So here, this area here is going to be definitely going to be the demand zone. Give it a little bit of room because QQQ likes to overshoot. So we give it in between these two levels. So here is going to be our demand zone. Okay. This area here is going to be our demand zone. And if price comes here and is hold, we are going to get the 587 calls expiring on Monday, and then we are going to hold it and trade it accordingly, right? Also, price can just come here, to this region and then bounce here. So in that case, we are going to take the 589 calls expiring Monday. Okay, so that's the trade plan. And then here, regarding the supply zone, I'm going to look at this area here. This is a little bit wide, but I'm going to look at, so here, this area here is going to be the first area, because that's where the 200 SMA is. There's always going to be a reaction there. It's not going to be an easy battle. Okay, so that is it. So here we buy call options in the green box. Here we buy put options in the red box once it triggers, right? There's also this area here. So this has the ability to even shoot all the way here, right? So I would even say that all this area is a supply zone, right? Because price can't reject anywhere here. This is the first line. This is the most important one. And then here, once we breaks here, they can go here and go there. So this whole area is a supply zone. All right. So now let's check out individual stocks. So SMCI, which unfortunately we had a swing trade on it. It was getting ready to squeeze, but again, overnight risk, overnight news caused it to sell off. So this swing is going to be red. No problem. So here, this SMCI here, basically what happened is that they claimed that SMCI executives were smuggling NVIDIA's, I think it's Blackwell chip, the one that Trump administrations have banned them from sending to China. And yeah, so because of that, it's sort of, right? So it's not like anything fundamental or anything, right? So so here I'm looking at this level. This level as a critical level. Here, this is, okay, this area here. So I'll look to see if some buyers step in. If they don't step in, then we are going to go down. We are going to head down to this area. This stock has been riddled with a lot of scandals, right? from accounting scandal to whatever. I don't know what the heck is wrong with them. So here we have this. So these are the levels I'm watching here on SMCI. So SMCI, so we had this dip here into this area. I expect to see some kind of stabilization. So most likely we might, it might chop around or it might just continue moving down. We shall see. So whichever way, we'll look to trade it accordingly, right? So here we have our pre-market high, and then we have our pre-market low here at this level. So we are going to see what happens. So if we break below pre-market low, we are going to look to short this. You get the $20 puts or $22 puts. First profit target, second profit target, gap fill here. And then we come all the way here to 17. So here is a place where I believe that if price comes, there will definitely be a bounce, right? So if you look left at that 17 level, let me go to the weekly to shrink it. If we look at here, we see that price came here the last time. It got a big bounce, right? Price came here, it got a big bounce, and then here this is doing that. So that's basically what I'm looking for. So here, anytime you see this kind of candle, bearish engulfing candle, most likely there's going to be a follow through. So this area here is where I'm looking at, like this area here. Price is going to come here, but yeah, we shall see, right? So if you look left here, we have this candle. So this forms on kind of an imbalance. So we are going to come all the way here, and so this is a place where if price comes here and like it starts stabilizing, I will look to go long again, like in terms of reload of a swing or something like that. The one I'm holding, I'm just going to hold it. It's what it is, kind of thing, right? It's what it is until it starts reversing. We still have time. I think April 17th or something. We have a lot of time in it. So once it comes here, I expect it to get me that bounce. So we are going to get that double bottom, because here is the critical level where price came last time and bounced. So I'm going to look for the same effect here, right? But for today, as a day trade, it's going to be either it breaks that level, breaks pre-market low, we are going to look to go short, right? But I expect some buy the dippers to step in and buy this. Yeah, but because this is just like a political thing, right? It's just a political stuff, right? It's just a political stuff. It's nothing fundamental about the business. So it's noise. After some time, it's going to cool off and it's going to go. So this just causes it to sell, but I'll not be surprised if we see a quick reversal here. Okay. So the deal is, what's the deal? The deal is that if we break below here, then we are going to go down and we are going to look to short this, get the $22 puts, and target here is going to be first profit target. But I just know in between, maybe this can reverse in between. So here, first profit target, second profit target, gap fill. This is the ultimate target if the sell-off continues, right? So this is a place where 1728 is a place where I'll be comfortable reloading on or adding to my swing trade that I'm holding right now. That's going to be in deep red, no problem. So in this kind of climate, if you are doing swing trading, because of the overnight risk due to oil and other things, you want to size for zero, right? You size appropriately so that you can trade things and protect capital. So over here, once that, if I see this break, then definitely we are going short. If we hold here, we are going to go long. We get a $22 calls expiring next week, and we are going to hold it and ride it to the upside. Okay, so that's SMC. I'm going to have it here on the line here because there's going to be a lot of attention. Like there's going to be a lot of eyes watching it, right? Okay, so we are going to take a look at that. So let me look at MU. MU was showing strength yesterday. I'm not sure what it's going to do here today, but I mean, we are going to look to trade it again. I think once the market starts picking up here, so this level here is a critical level. Once the market starts picking up, it is going to go up, right? Once the market starts picking up, because it's one of the strongest strongest stocks out there, right? So, and crypto is green. Crypto was green, so I have another crypto ticker that I want to trade here. So here, this is this is what I'm looking at here. If what's the name? MU is able to clear this 5 EMA, is going to push to this area. First off here, somewhere here, right? It's going to push to this area, and we can get at least this can go to 460, 460, 461, right? But it needs to clear the blue line, which is the 5, and then the pre-market high, and then it can push up. So I'll keep it here on watch. I'll keep it here on watch. Just that MU contracts these days are ridiculously expensive, right? So here, if you go down, like if so, my deal setup for these trades is like, okay, we go down, come here. If it can come here, then we hold it and go, right? But MU is used to blasting through at the open. So if you get like a bullish engulfing candle that clears the 50 and even clears this one, right, then you know that it's game time. These guys are serious. They want to take this up. But if it comes down, that's also a good sign. So ideally, if it can come here, hold here, we are going to take the long, right, and ride it to the upside. So that's what I'm going to keep here on MU. I also like so here mark MU. I'll mark some levels on MU. I also like AMD and mark some levels on MU. So 444, right? That's what I'm going to look at. And then I like Circle. Since crypto is strong, I like Circle. So Circle will be one of my main watch here today. I mean, it was our swing trade of the week. We were able to make 200% on it. So I like this chart. So here we have this trend line. So it popped and came back, retracing to the scene of the crime. So it's like a break and retest. So now the next thing it has to do is to go here, right? That's the logical place that it has to go. So with that in mind, I'm going to have this here as one of my main watch. I mean, Circle is a smooth. If it moves very smooth, right? So here I have Circle. Circle is trading above the 5, which is sign of strength, right? Most people don't trade with the 5, but if you are above the 5, that means that you are showing signs of strength, because most people trade with a 9 EMA, but this is above 9 EMA and then above the 5. So it's in a strong state. Okay. So here we are going to look to see what happens. So if immediately we crack above the pre-market high, this is going to take off and go. And, you know, this can go to 136. You know, there are a number of areas where this can come to, but 136 is a possibility, right? 136 is a possibility. That will be like about 10 points, 9 points move from here, which is going to be a big one, a massive one. So Circle is going to be my main watch here. As they say, if you have a winning team, you don't change it, right? Like in soccer, I used to be a soccer coach. So when you have a winning team, you don't change the winning team. You stick to the same lineup. Okay. So Circle is one of them. I like what I'm seeing so far. This is telling us that this is ready to go. So right at the gates, this is going to go. So immediately we clear pre-market high, this is going to be off to the races, right? So Circle is going to be my number one watch here today as we go into the market open. Let me have what CMU is doing, MU as well. Let me also mark the levels for SMCI just in case I forget it, because too many stocks, sometimes you can forget things. So here, let me mark this $22 level as a place to watch. And then this 25, this is a little bit wide. And I'm going to watch this area as well, where the 50 is. So I'm going to mark 23.50, right? 23.50. And I'm going to take it off the list, right? But this is a potential for a short, right? So also AMD, Diesel Man Diesel. AMD Diesel Manizo is looking really nice. I like the setup here. It's one of my stocks that I'm watching. So here, once this thing is going to take off today. Here, look at this. See here, this area here. If it clears here, especially this place, it's going to squeeze. So I like AMD as well. So maybe instead of MU, I'll put AMD there because I like the setup. And yeah, so here we have 206. AMD has the ability to go to this area here today. This one, 210ish, 209, 210, approximately 210. That's the area where this can come to, and I believe that is going to do well. And yeah, we are going to get that squeeze to the upside. So here we have let's see AMD so right. So let's see how it goes. So 210 calls or something like that. I don't like, just buy in the money. You got 205, 26, whatever, whichever one is here, you can get it, and then you can get it done, right? Yeah. So I'm going to put here as an alert 206. All right, 206 should be gone. Yeah. Also, we got good earnings from FedEx. So I have this thing on it. I saw some option on it, so we shall see. FDX, yeah. So that one, I think is going to be a buy the rumor kind of seller news here at the double top. This is going to put in a double top here. This most likely is going to sell off, right? People are going to take profit because this is a big move, right? So what's going to happen is that those that did earnings lotto, right, they will look to take off here. However, this can crack here. So here, if this cracks this level, then fine. But if not, we are going to get like a retracement to at least maybe somewhere here, this zone. But if we crack here, we are going to get new all-time highs. So here, let's do 93, 393, and then if we get there, and then here, if we can clear below this area here, then we are going to head down lower. But I think maybe you can have an inside day candle or something like that, or it can just crack through it, right? And it's going to go to no man's land. So here I'm going to put here 378. This is not going to be my main watch, but I'm going to have it on the sidelines, right? But we see what is happening here. So we have Circle, we have AMD ZIL. Those are the two ones that I'm going to be watching mainly, and I also have an alert on MU, right? So today I believe that the bulls are going to stage a comeback. We are going to end the day green here, most likely, unless something crazy happens. And I'm not swinging things into the weekend, right? If I already have a swing, I have it already, but I'm not swinging new swings into the weekend because there's a lot of overnight risk, weekend risk. I don't know what Israel is going to do. I don't know what US is going to do. I don't know what Iran is going to do. I don't want to put myself in that kind of situation, right? If I already have a swing, then I don't have a choice, right? Yeah. So Circle I think is going to trigger first. So I'll look to execute on that once it triggers. Let me get my broker things ready on this computer here, and then we are going to execute accordingly, right? All right, Circle. I like what I see on Circle. Where's 5 minutes time frame? It says broken down. It says crossed up, crossed down. SMCI, AMD. So here, AMD has crossed up. So wait for the first 5 minutes candle to close here, at least. So here this is still here. It's not really that much. We're still seeing what it's going to do. I'll not be surprised if we put in a double bottom. But yeah, I don't mind at this point in time here with Circle. I don't mind taking a stab at Circle. All right. Let me get this. I just want to wait for the 2 minutes candle here to at least close 90 seconds. And I'll look to do that. But no entries yet. So MU is selling, guys. MU popped into the 5 and then rejected. That's not a good sign for MU. It's not a good sign for MU. SMCI is down. SMCI is down. SMCI is down. So we need this to clear first. If the candle closes below here, then we are going to look to get a short in this, but not yet. No entries for me, just watching. No entries for me. I'm just watching, making the trade come to me. Wait for the first 5 minutes here. This is coming into the zone, the place I said it was going to come to. Once it comes here, I'll be happy to go long on it. I don't have my distance set up yet. I would have taken this short here. This, as I told you guys, they're futures traders, and you can take a quick scalp here, short into this. Once it gets here, you offload, and then you switch. That's the deal. So let me get my futures broker thing ready here. So circle is strong. I like what I'm seeing. I will be opening a position in circle shortly here. Most likely the 130 calls expiring next week, Friday. Next week, Friday. I need to be convinced first. I need to be convinced this is trading above this pre-market high. Okay, so AMD is making a comeback here. AMD is making a comeback. What is MU doing? I also saw FedEx flash. See, told you guys. This is a sell-off, guys. This is a put trade. This is a put trade, guys. This is a put trade, right? So you see, it popped and dropped. So, okay, all right. So I will I'm taking a stab at Circle, 130 calls. I've seen enough. I'll take 130 calls, startup position. My stop loss is below the blue line here, where the 5 is. I'm sure the 5 has moved. Let me check it again. Oh, crap. This thing is 5 has moved. It's dynamic, right? So my stop loss is below the 5, right? So if price 5 minutes candle comes and closes below the 5, I'll be out. But I like what I see. If you're able to clear here, this thing is going to be off to the races, right? It's going to take off, right? So it's a startup position. 30% of my full size is in this, not the full size. I needed to. So FedEx is a short, guys. So you can take. I'm not taking FedEx. If you want to take short, this is a short trade. We are heading down here. We are going to come to 354 something, right? Anytime you see this, we most likely going to get a follow through to the downside, right? Yeah. So I'm long here. I'll see if I can take a short here as well. But this is heading here. So if you're in the scalp trade, congratulations. This is going to come here. Once it comes here, I'll look to take the long, right? But for now, it's just like only trade I'm in is in Circle. So here you buy put options, right? Put options here if you want to go. Yeah, I never traded this before, so I let's see here. Like this is going to be cheaper than that, right? It's going to be cheaper. So if you want to take this, it's a short trade, it's a put trade. So buy the closest strike, put options is going to work out. Target this area. But my main trade is Circle for right now. And I'm watching to see what this guy does. What's it called? QQQ and things. So AMD is struggling, and what's the name of that other guy? MU. Let me look at where it is. MU2 is struggling, right? But Circle, as I told you guys, the double top triggered. So already Circle is green. 130 calls is green, expiring next week, Friday. I mean, you can take 0 DT, but I don't want anybody to take 0 DT here, right? That's not that's too risky. I mean, I can do that. I mean, if it goes against me, it's what it is, right? But I don't want people to, take unnecessary risk, right? So Yeah. So just if you take 0 DT, just know that if it chops around, you can be in trouble, right? So just do the right thing. And there's also a leverage ETF for Circle um, that you can also take as well if the contract is too expensive. You can, this one is called CRCL something, this one. But just be careful with these leverage ETFs because sometimes they don't really move that much. So if you're get something in the money, right, so that you can preserve the value, right, intrinsic value, right. You don't want any out of the money thing, and if the thing starts consolidating, you'll be in trouble. So here, if I'm getting this, I'll get something like this. No, not today. This one, like something like $5 calls. It's not bad at the money, but what the bid and ask price, right? So typically this leverage ETFs, the bid and ask price is all over the place. So just be mindful of that. Okay. All right. So I'm in here 130. So now we are in the money here. This ones are just, so keep a close eye on here QQQ here. We are going to get a reversal very soon. We are going to get a reversal very soon. So I'm keeping a close eye on it. I'll execute that using the futures. So what I'm expecting here is that if we get something like this a low, this is a higher low, this is a confirmation of reversal, bullish reversal pattern, right? Then we are going to get a move to the upside. But the ideal location for this to come to is here, put in a double bottom, and then buys are going to buy. So Circle is fantastic, fantastic trade. So you just need one trade, right? You don't need to take many trades. Just focus on one thing, get it done. It's Friday. Don't go and do any crazy things. Just focus on the main trade of the day, get it done, and then call it a day, right? Don't go and force multiple trades because that can cause issues. Especially on Fridays, what I do is that I only trade with a percentage of my gains for the week. Okay. So like a 30% or something. That's what I use. It depends on if I see a setup on a Friday that is really, I can even do 50% of my profits. That's why I use to trade so that whatever happens, I'm not trading more than that amount, right? Anything that happens, I'm willing for. Even if I lose that 50%, I know that at that week, I'm close the week green. That's the most important thing, right? So you don't want to do well throughout the week and get to Friday and blow your profits. That is not good, right? So Fridays, sometimes on Fridays, like if I'm not running the service, I might not need to be trading on Friday, right? Because if you made money the whole week, there's no point trading on Friday, right? You can take the day off and do your stuff. So here, Circle, holding Circle. I'm allowing it to ride, and I'm not going to be worried about it because I know that we can push higher here. It's showing relative strength. So leave it to run, and let's see where it takes us, right? And let's see what Bitcoin is doing because that's also going to dictate this. BTC, USD. Let's see what it's doing. This guy's. I don't like this. Okay, let me use IBIT to see. So Bitcoin is kind of going down, but Circle is showing relative strength, so it's trading the opposite of Bitcoin. Okay, and amongst the crypto tickers, Circle is the strongest. It has a better chart than Coinbase, better chart than Irene, better chart than. I mean, I've not checked the other small ones, but yeah, Irene too was something that I was checking this week, but it's looking like it's bull flagging here. It might take up. Let's look at what Coinbase is doing. Coinbase is selling. So what happened to MU? MU is making a comeback. Okay, that's good. So I might take this MU here once it clears this 5. I like what I see on MU, so I would take MU, um, MU, what, 445? Let's see, or 450, expiring next week. MU contracts are crazy these days. I still can't believe MU is trading at 400. It's crazy, very very crazy. MU. Where is the strikes? 450. Might take the 450 calls here, guys. 450 calls next week. How much does the one cost right now? 27th. Mm. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do with MU. Whoops. So spot. This one has held here, guys. What's the name? QQQ. So watch out for a move. So I have taken MU here. 450 calls. Next week, but this contract is very expensive, like $16 and some change. Let's see. Let's see the one for today. Let's see the one for today. Where is it? The one for today. Mm. The one for today is still. The one for today is $5. $5 and some change. Okay, so I have two different sets. I have one expiring next week, and I have one expiring today. Just know that this zero DTE is risky. I don't want you to trade that. I know how to manage my risk, so fine. I can take that kind of risk, but the bulk of the position is expiring next week. So Circle is doing this thing. I believe this is going to. So I'm in two trades so far: Circle and this one. 450 calls expiring next week, and I also have one expiring this week, but that one is a small position. The big position is the one expiring next week. But I like what I'm seeing so far on QQQ. So I'll execute that on my with my futures account here. I'll go long on NQ. You can take QQQ calls. 590 calls expiring on Monday. I think we can blast through here. If we can blast through this trend line, I think we are going to take off and we are going to come to the yellow line, right? So two trades, Circle, MU, working out nicely. I have both of them. I have zero DTs for both of them, and I also have ones expiring on Monday next week. Just know that every zero DT trade is low risk. I'm taking a small size. That's what I'm doing, right? Yeah. So yeah. So FedEx, those that took the shot, congratulations on the shot. That's a put trade. I called it here, let you guys know that it was a short. So I have a position on it already. I sold an options on this, but I figured this thing is going to, I was expecting it to sell, but I did not sell. It popped. So here, this is more like buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. Not really quite, but it is more taking profit, right? Yeah. So here, Circle, MU. Let's see what MU is. MU is consolidating here. Circle is doing this thing. QQQ is working out nicely. So QQQ 590 calls. If you guys want that, you can take that. I am trading it using the futures. NQ futures. I'm already long in that. So Circle has hit some of our price targets. So if you want to sell, you can take some off and hold some profits or some runners. Hold some runners. Let's see here with this one. QQQ. What's QQQ doing? QQQ is pushing so far. Yeah, I already have a QQQ, even like what's it called? Circle. What a fantastic trade, guys. Absolutely incredible. Three times going in this week. We day traded it, we swing traded it, and then we are day trading it again. Fantastic stock. Right? Fantastic stock. So, you know, it's been great. It's been great so far. So MU doesn't look like he has legs to go. We shall see here. See how it goes. This one is selling. So this trend line is holding this tight. See this? This one, this trend line here is holding QQQ tightly. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's going to go up eventually. But circle, don't sell everything. Make sure you hold some runners because this stuff has legs. I think it has legs to come to 136. So here, there's no reason to be selling. You look at this. Obviously, if you have multiple contracts, you can sell some, lock in some profit. But when you see a chart like this, right, going like this, you can sell some and hold some runners. And I like, in this point, I like to see the 2 minutes to see what it's doing. So this candle here might be, we can see how, we are going to see how this behaves. But this, I expect this to push all the way to 136. But once we are pushing here, you see that we have hit our profit target. You can take profit here, obviously, but you hold, and because this thing is in the 2 minutes time frame, which is a lower time frame, it has not even broken the 9 EMA to even think about breaking the 520. So there's no reason to panic and be selling everything. You have to hold it, right? So you have to hold it and allow it to play out, right? Until such a time that you see that, okay, this thing is coming and, you know, breaking this and want to break that, then fine, right? But obviously take profits along the way. That's the best way to do it, because here is a profit target. Pay yourself, hold some runners, allow it to play out, right? That's it, right? That's how you do it. But don't sell 100%. Just hold a tiny piece, because this can go as high as 136. Right, this can go as high as 136. So trade of the day is Circle. Trade of the day is Circle. Doing really well. I mean, coming into the day, that's what I was mainly watching here in my analysis last night. Circle was really good. What happened to AMD? AMD had a good chart, but I think the semiconductors are not showing strength. Okay. So, not surprised. MU, which is the main guy, is not even going up this day. It's going up. So, yeah, MU, it needs to just hold this 5, and I believe it's going to do well. But yeah, Circle is been outstanding here, outstanding trade. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, feel free to take profit as you wish, but make sure you hold some runners, right? Taking some profit off here, and I'm holding some runners to see what's going to happen. But it's been a fantastic trade. Um, MU is red, but no problem. See how that goes. But Circle is the trade of the day. Locked in profits here on Circle, and market is selling. Selling here. So locked in profits on Circle. I'm just holding a small piece as runners to see where it can take us. The general market looking very weak, so let's see what happens here. So my ideal setup here is that if this comes here and holds this double bottom, I'll look to go long here on this. But if the general market is weak, it's going to pull a lot of stocks down. For MU, I am watching here. We're trading below this 5 EMA, so going to see how that plays out. It's a level here. I think I'm going to cut the MU right now. Yeah, I'll wait for this to bounce. See. Wait for that to bounce. But MU was good. MU was good. MU was good. And those that traded FedEx too was good. FedEx puts was good. So here I'm looking to get the reversal here. That's why I'm not selling MU. If this reverses, MU is going to reverse, right? This reverses, MU is going to reverse. So for the first time, Circle has shown a change in character, broken below the 9, but it has given us a very good trade here, 3 points move. It's more than enough to make money. So make sure you lock in, don't turn a green trade red. We'll see how this plays out here. I'm waiting for this here to come to this level. So I'm going to look to execute here. It struggled to break this trend line. So once it comes here and it holds, next time it's going to break it. Let's see if we can get that to work. With the way Spice and I'm sure FedEx is gone. It's down. It's over here, right? It's like crazy, guys. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Like these guys. This was a nice move to the downside. So if you took this trade, congratulations on that. Crack of pre-market low, as per trade plan. Boom. Sell off. So I expect a bounce here for QQQ. Kind of take a stab at it. It's at demand zone, so we would look to take this trade if it triggers. I'm watching it closely. I'll execute this on the futures here. Execute this on futures once it triggers. Execute this on futures once it triggers. It's still coming to pre-market low. That's the area where I believe we are going to get that bounce, because there's in the last time we got a bounce, so we are going to have a triple bottom. If it doesn't bounce there, then trouble. That means that it's going to go lower. If it doesn't bounce here, it means that it's going to go lower, right? It's going to go lower. So, but I think we are going to get a reaction here. So that's the trade I'm looking for. So I'll be ready to execute once I see the signs. All right. So we have a speed and distance into a valid support is going to bounce. So I'm looking for a quick bounce here. And then once that happens, scalp it from that location back to where the trend line is, and that's it. That'll be the trade. That'll be the trade. Right. So green on Seco. MU is down. It's red, but no problem. Once QQQ start bouncing, that one is going to bounce. So Seco has turned bearish here, guys. Selling pressure from the market. So QQQ must hold that pre-market low area, that level. If it doesn't, then it's going to be in trouble. Big trouble. No, it's going to be in big trouble. It's going to be in big trouble, trouble. SPY QQQ at critical levels. Let's see if they can hold. If they hold, we are going to get a snapback. If not, we are going to get a massive sell. I think that we are going to get a bounce, right? There's no bounce, then we're going to head down lower, right? So at this point, I would see here this going down. I'll wait for this 5 minutes candle to close before I take any trade. So with this selling, is going to put pressure on all longs to go down because there's selling pressure, right? So it puts fear in the market. So I'll cut this. I'm cutting MU here for a loss here because the whole market is bearish. And I'm going to see what happens with this other one, this one. So here, if this 5 minutes candle closes here, we are going to head down and we are going to head to this area. Look at this. Yeah. We are going to head to, okay, here. It's the next logical level. 584. 584 here. This a level where price can bounce here. That's the level where price can bounce, right? So let's see. But this candle has not closed yet, so it can still remount here. I think there's always going to be these two guys. They are going to bounce somewhere here, right? If they don't, then we are going to get the acceleration to the downside. Acceleration to the downside. What's happening with oil, USO? Okay. Oil looking like it wants to come back up. Oh, it looks like it wants to come back up. So this has lost the pre-market low here. This is still showing. So this is showing more, a little bit of strength. So with this, I think we are going to head lower now. If this does not reverse, right, we are going to head lower. So it's a short to this area. If you did not get in here, it's a short to this area at least, and then we can see what's going to happen next. Right, it's going to happen next. So in the long trade, see, we came all the way, and where do we stop? We stopped at the 50, right? And then what do? We sold off from there. So the 50 is always a magnet where most of these counter trend trades, magnets into there, and then it pulls back, right? That is if it's weak. So yeah, we've seen that QQQ and the general market is weak. So we are going to get that continuous selling to the downside if we don't get any kind of bounce here at this point, right? Okay, let's see here with this. Get this stuff here to work. Try open this position here. So let's see what QQQ does here. It's still in the demand zone. I expect to see some kind of a bounce, right? I expect to see some kind of a bounce. The futures trader, just note that today is what's it called? Make sure you switch to the June contracts. Make sure you switch to the June contracts. Don't use the March ones. There was a time I forgot to switch mine. Then thing just messed me up. The bulls must wake up because the bears are going to take control of this market here. If they fail to remount the 200, it is going to be over for them. I think a reversal is coming. Some type of reversal is coming. Some type of reversal is coming. SPY at the double bottom and in the demand zone. Look to see if we can get a bounce there. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just quiet here. Are you hearing me now? Uh, are you guys hearing me? So here we are going to get that bounce. I'll look to open a position here on the futures. I think I'll go with the ES because ES is showing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think the two of them are the same. You can take either ES or NQ, but your stop has to be below this candle, each of them, below the low of the day. If for any reason the candle comes and closes below the low of the day, you can come out, right? But we can get that move, sizable move, at least from here to, somewhere here, right? But then it needs to clear the pre-market high first and go here. So just a small position, like a startup position here, 30% of my full size, and we are going to see if it can pop and push. Then once it pushes, you want to take some off because this is meant to be a scalp, right? You are trading against the trend. So if you take a trade, it has to be a scalp. It's not meant to be something that is going to the moon or anything like that, right? So it's meant to be a scalp. So typically, in an ideal world, this is going to come all the way here, right? So I'm in the trade. I put my stop here. This is where my stop loss is. And if it comes here and this 5 minutes candle closes here, fine. I'll take it off. Professional loss, walk away. No problem, right? That's what it is. So here, basically, this is held our demand zone and it's coming up. So maybe perhaps it's going to just come here and bail out here where the first moving average is. But if it can clear it, then we are surely going to come here, right? So a pop into this, take profit. Then here you take profit, and anything that happens above that is not something that you can control, right? Because we are in a downtrend and you are going against the trend. So it has to be a quick move, right? It has to be a quick move. And if you are not fast, you should not be taking this kind of trade, right? Okay. So we shall see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. It's a very low risk trade because the stop loss is here. But I mean, if this comes and closes below here, 5 minutes candle closes, fine. Take it off. Right. So shall see how that goes. There's a lot of bearish pressure on this. A lot of bearish pressure. It might not even hold. So Circle was my trade of the day here. Overall green closed the MU position, and I'm trying to see if I can get this NQ thing, can scalp and move on it, but otherwise I'm done for the day here. I just want to see if I can get this snapback push, right? I know this kind of moves are very aggressive. They'll just move fast, boom, then you're in, out to make your money and walk away, right? So that's mainly what I'm waiting for. But the clean trades, easy money, is gone, right? It was Circle and then this one, FedEx. Those that took the shot. That was a nice trade, right, to the downside. Because I was doubting that the thing is going to crack and go up like that, right? Because all these guys that bought the Lotto, they will sell, right? They will sell at the market open. They want to take profit. So that's why this sold off, right? People have taken profit. And then there's also negative sentiment on the market, pressure on the market. So this is putting pressure on this kind of things. It's like, oh, you wake up and you see this go, like this was trading somewhere here. This went like from here to here was how many points? Let's see. Let me go and check it out. Because yesterday when I saw the options on it, it was, look at it. This thing was somewhere here. This thing has done 9% or 10%, and it opened here today. That's crazy time. So if you held something and you woke up and the thing is up by 10%, even on the equity, let alone the options, what are you going to do? Are you going to not sell? You are going to sell, right? Yeah. So that's exactly what these guys have done here, right? So I'm not surprised. So this is like an earnings reversal play. This is an example of earnings reversal play, right? Yesterday we did one on MU, and this one is on what's it called, FedEx. Never traded it before, but this here double top or triple top. You can call it triple top because you have 1, 2, 1, and 2, right? Triple top, triple top here, like this. It's coming down. So this, I believe, this is still coming. Is going to come here and come to this area, right? Yeah, it's going to come down to 55, 354. Yeah, I think there's more selling pressure on the market, guys. So we are going to head down. Once my stop loss on the futures triggers, I'm just going to get out of this and I'll flip short on it and leave it to play out because this is going to go down. There's no bias. Nobody's buying. Usually, when this goes on, like, you are going to see people buying, but here this is a bear flag. There's a bear flag here. Where is it then? Let me go to a different board. So here this is a bear flag. The bear flag forming, right? So I'll draw the box. If this clears, it's not confirmed yet. If it clears, you're going to get something like this, like a red candle that goes down like this. Okay, I don't know. It's not allowing me to draw. Okay, here, let me bring it down. Not a long one like this, but you get the point. Like a red candle, something like this, going to go down. Right, going to go down. Going to go down to the downside. That's what's going to happen, right? If this clears. So, yeah. So you see this is clearing now. So this heading to 650. Heading to 650 here. So this is a short now. Close my my futures long. It could not go. So I've flipped short here. We are going to capture the move to the downside to the next target, and we are going to leave it, right? Next target is 584, and then here next target is 650. So you see that all of a sudden put pressure on Circle. So Circle is selling. So Circle short is also going to work out here. It's going to 124. So nice move to the downside here on that quick move. Quick move to the downside. So I'm going to hold the short here. I'm in green, so I'm going to hold it, allow it to run in the futures. I'm going to hold it for the rest of the day and see what happens, right? Because I think the bears want to accelerate the move to the downside. They want to make sure that they close the day below the 200, right? Below the 200. Below the 200. So if you're in the short, once this gets here, take some profit off the table. Same here as well. And then you can hold some runners and stuff. The thing with the futures platform is that I can hold this and allow it to play out, like trail it, leave it and go do my work and allow it to play out. If it reverses, it's going to stop me out in green. If it continues selling, it's going to continue selling, right? That's how that one is. And you can get your exact price, right? Exact price. So the downtrend is still active. We are going to get some, fights and stuff. But I believe that eventually we might close the day below the 200, right? Below the 200. So finally, we have gotten a break below that bear flag. I've been talking about this bear flag. We got a trade below it. So this is the area where I believe that a possible bounce might come here, right? Now that we've cleared here, this has wiped out this. I am targeting this area here. So this trade here, I'm going to hold it for the rest of the day in the futures, and this is my ultimate target, right? I'm already in green. So what is going to happen is I'm just going to trail it in green, give it some room because there's always going to be a back and forth, and allow it to come here. So once it comes here, I'll take it off. I'll take it off, and then we'll see how far it can go, because that is, oh, that's like 8 points. That's a lot. 8 points. 8 points from here. All right. So we shall see. We shall see how that plays out. But this is going to be a good stuff here. The bulls are coming back again. Bulls are coming back. Going to get stopped out in green right now. Bulls are coming back, but it's still in a downtrend. This is just coming up, but it's going to sell eventually, unless this clears this area and goes up. Right, the bears are in control. So what you have to know is that stocks or ETFs or whatever, they don't move in a straight line. They move in staircase patterns. So anytime it goes down, it has to come back a bit, go down, come back. So it put in like this lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? That's what it's going to do until it gets to the target, right? Until it gets to the target. All right, guys. Done here for the day. I'll just watch my positions on the side and see what happens. So if these guys are coming back to push this up, fine. I'm going to lock in green here on that short, and then I'm going to flip long and see if we can get that move to the upside. But we shall see. I'm just surprised that all the bulls have not fought back here with this big sell. I'm expecting them to at least fight back a bit, but it looks like they are tired. The bulls are tired. Yeah, the bears have been like, it's been, if you're a bear, it's been difficult to be a bear, right? If you look at this thing here, how can you be a bear here? Like, that's, you have to be very, really patient. Like these guys, every time you see a pop here, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop. So finally we broke below that bear flag, and next target is going to be here. So now that we are trading below here, now we can dream about this. So my ultimate target for this short is here, right? Like for this whole sell-off is here, right? I have a short position, like a bigger short position here. Man, this thing, I've been waiting. Like this stuff has been a nightmare, right? So finally we are getting that clear, right? That we are going to come here. So here is one of the places that I'm going to be taking profit on the bigger long swing trade short that I have. And then I'm going to hold some and see if we can come here. So this is the ultimate target, right? If we can clear here, we are going to come here. Then the bear market is going to determine if we clear this place and go lower, right? That's the thing. So I think there's going to be a lot of ping pong being played here. It's going to go up and down, but the bears are in control. We are in a downtrend. So eventually, I believe that eventually, if the bears are unable to push this, the bulls are unable to push this above this level here, then eventually we are going to head to, what's this, 584 and 580. 580 is a place where I believe that buyers can step in, because that's going to give us a double bottom, right? Other than that, that should be it. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions here. I'm going to monitor this to see if we can get that flash to the downside, right? Still in the short, but yeah, ultimate target will be here. So that is a possibility. That would be crazy. Like, because if we come all the way here, that means that that's like 5-6 points move to the downside, right? To the downside. So let me know if you guys have any questions. And let me know what you traded, if you traded something. So Circle was the trade of the day, followed by this one, those that took the shots. This one was the nice one. I did not take this one. I went for the long here. Um, took MU, but it did not play out well. It could not blast through. Yeah, I was green, but I mean, it could not blast through, and I cut it off in red. So no problem. So overall, I'm green on the day due to this one because this one was a bigger size position. What I'm going to watch next is I'm going to watch this to see what is going to happen. So it's two things. We either get a nice pop to the upside, like a move to the upside, like a move that brings it here where this circle is, or we continue selling. So as a futures trader, is there's going to be a low risk rate for me because my risk is very tight, right? It's very low. So I would look to watch this to see if we can. I'm still in the short, by the way, because this is a bear flag. If we can crack and go lower, that's going to be fantastic. But hey, if it doesn't work, fine. It's going to be a small loss. My loss is rarely defined, and I'm in green, so I'm going to see how that goes. If we can get a move to the downside, that's going to be fantastic. That's going to be what 5 points move to the downside. That's a big one. But if we also get the reversal, I'll not be surprised as well. But the bears are in control. This is a bear flag, which is going to eventually trigger. Okay. And here I'm already out on this one. Long time. This one already out. It did not work out because this is putting pressure on it. So anytime the general market is selling, every stock that you're trading long is going to affect it. It's just rarely that you have like a stock that is really going against the market, unless maybe there's a catalyst or something, right? But otherwise, it's going to pull it down. Going to pull it down. So yeah, so those that so if you want to sign up for the option selling, I have some option selling positions that I have to close today. I'll close them once we log off here. So you have here, if you want to sign up for the option selling course, that's coming, bootcamp that's coming coming up on the 25th of April. You want to do so now because today is the deadline for the early bird, $1,000 off. Yeah, so option selling is very, once you understand it, you can use that to make consistent income, right? Consistent income, because all what you need to do is that you're getting paid to wait, right? You're getting paid to wait. So I'll put the link here in the chat, and I'll also put it on YouTube as well for the YouTube guys. So this is the link here, and then the promo code is cash flow. So option selling is unique in the sense that it is not day trading. It's not even like more like a swing trading or anything. It is more so instead of you in the buy side, you are now collecting premium. You are going to be a seller, right? And most of the time, 80-90% of the time, the sellers always win, right? I've had many option selling trades, like in this month alone. All of them, I collected a premium, right? I've collected a premium, right? None of them has even been assigned yet. None of them, zero, right? So if I want to be assigned, I can, because there are times where I want to get into a stock, like if I want to buy a stock, 100 shares of a stock, I can intentionally go and buy at the money, collect the big premium, and get assigned. You can do that, right? But based on setting it up in such a way that you don't get assigned, I mean, getting assigned means that you are going to buy 100 shares, right? If you buy, sell, put options. But it's a good thing because you are buying stocks, shares of a stock that you want to own anyway, right? Like for me, I want to own AMD at 170. It doesn't mean that I don't own AMD. I have AMD in my long-term portfolio. I bought it at $56 in the bear market, right? But here is a new portfolio that I'm building mainly for this like option selling. So I like AMD at 170. That's where the gap fill is. So the last couple of weeks here, I've been like last 6 weeks, I've been selling options on AMD like every single time, because it's not there yet. It's not at 170. So I'll continue selling until such a time that it gets to my ideal price. Then I can own the shares of the stock, and I'm going to flip and go covered calls or other strategies as well, right? Yeah. So if you want to learn, so this is not only basic covered calls, cash secure put. No, we are going to talk about other advanced strategies where if you have a small account, you can use that to build your account as well, right? Yeah. So those are things that we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about, all those things there. And also we are going to talk about how to use AI to make analysis, right? So I'm going to give you guys my AI tools that I use, which is uh, you know, specifically built for this, whereby you can just use it. So if you know what to do, you just fill it into the system. It tells you what to do, and then you can analyze it and use it to trade. Right? The analysis will be done for you anyway. You just execute on it. So this year you can be just doing in a week. I hardly check my those like portfolio and stuff. I just go in there to peep. Just you can, so in a week I can say that all you need is 1 hour a week in total, right? So when you're on your lunch break at work or something, you can check it out for 5 minutes and say, okay, what is this thing doing? And then if the options, if the options is decaying, because the reason why the option seller always wins is that because of theta, right? Time decay. So time decay affects the options, and the closer it is to expiry, it just decays very fast, right? So that's how the option seller makes their money, right? Due to the time decay, right? And before you even take the trade, you already calculated the probability. You already know, okay, this is 80% probability, 90% probability that I'm going to win anyways, right? So in this strategy is a win-win situation, right? Even your loss is a win. Owning 100 shares of AMD is not a bad thing. AMD is a fantastic company, right? And I will use that to collect premiums whilst I own the 100 shares, right? So if you want to secure the $1,000 off, you want to do so today, because once it goes, it's going to go back to the regular price. And yeah, so this is something that you can use to build your foundation, especially if you are new to the market or you've been trading the market, trading the buy side of options. You can now come in here and trade the sell side. Obviously, the sell side is not as lucrative as the buy side, right? Because here you are doing this low risk, very low risk, right? The buy side, yeah, you can make the 100, 200, 300%. I mean, I've even my biggest trade has been 600x return, right? On pre-market consolidation setup, right? So you can get those astronomical gains, right? But if you want something that is consistency, pulling money from the market every day kind of thing, every week, every month, where you can use it to pay your bills and do stuff, structure it in such a way that, so once you solidify that, you can add the buy side to the mix, especially when we have a big move coming. You can use that to also trade, like, because like if we get this correction, we are going to get very good opportunities to get high probability trades. So you can use that to supercharge your portfolio. So I'm going to discuss all those things in the bootcamp. Okay. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I am done here for the day. Let's see where this is consolidating so far. Yeah, I think that maybe the bulls want to do something, but the bears are just very strong here today. So yeah, so circle. I think if this goes up, circle will make a comeback here and push up. So we can see that circle is very, very, very strong, right? Showing relative strength. So these are the things that you have to check in, like as we go into next week. You have to identify stocks that are showing relative strength. Relative strength means that SPY, QQQ are selling, are red, but these ones are green. That means that that stock is showing relative strength versus the market, right? That means that next week, if the market shows strength, these stocks most likely are going to run and they are going to go aggressively. Okay. And then the ones that are showing very, very weak, which are very, very weak compared to the general market, those ones next week they might be even weaker, right? So relative strength and relative weakness is something that is very important, especially if you're trading stocks like options, right? So we cover that too in our course. Those that have taken our course, relative strength, relative weakness. Why did I pick Circle today? Because Circle was showing relative strength yesterday, right? That's why I picked Circle. If you look at it, Circle. If you look at Circle, Circle was green. The market was, I think the market was red. Let's look at SPY. SPY was red. Look at SPY. Yeah, SPY was green, but it wasn't really strong, right? And then you see here today, this is red. Where is Circle here? Circle is green, right? Circle is green. So there's some of the things that you can watch and you can use to figure out what tickets you are going to trade like next week and things, right? Yeah. Yeah, so it's not done yet. It looks like it wants to come back up and push up to the upside. But yeah, and we shall see how that goes. QQQ and SPY are making a move here. Let's see if we can get that move, whether it's going to go up. Yeah, guys, so I'm done here for the day. Let me know what you guys traded, whether you guys were able to catch any of the trades. I am done here. This will eventually come back. I like this is very strong stock. If QQQ can make it here or SPY can make it here, this is going to be somewhere here. All right, going to be somewhere there. MU is weak. MU is selling. I believe that these stocks, these stocks are like tired, right? They've been running non-stop. So eventually, I expect MU to come here. That is if the market weakness continues, MU is going to come somewhere here, right? So stocks like MU and SanDisk and things like that, those are stocks that once the correction happens and they go low, you want to buy them because once the reversal comes, they are going to do well. So yeah, it looks like the bulls are coming in here. I've been stopped out in green, so we'll see how this works out. I might take a stab at the long here because this is still a demand zone, and see if I can ride it to the upside. So I'm done trading for the day. Just anything I'm doing here is just like excess work, just like nothing really of a big deal. The main position trades have been taken already. The easy money was the morning trade, this one. This worked to some extent, but it sold up from there. So yeah. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm done here. Let me see what the YouTube guys, boy in the YouTube has any questions. Live. Let me know if you have any questions here. Nobody. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's about it. I think the bulls want to make a quick pop here. We shall see how that goes. What happened to SMCI? I don't think I got any. Oh yeah, it held this stuff. You see, it held this stuff. So yeah, typically when you get that kind of sell, usually you get this kind of consolidation move before we get that continuous sell. Again, this is not really. So I open along here, guys. I open along here. I'm going to hold it and see what happens. So here, everything I'm doing here is a scalp, right? I want to see if I can get to this area. Maybe here, get to this area. Otherwise, no problem. I'll just leave it. Yeah. Forex and Forex crypto is technical analysis, right? It's the same thing, right? Same thing that you trade, but it's different instruments. So once you understand technicals, you can trade any market. I don't care whether it's Forex or crypto or anything, right? Like when I call the top on Bitcoin, it's not like I trade crypto every single day, right? But it's technicals, right? So once you block the ticker, like if you're in the market as a trader, it doesn't matter which market you go to, right? So if someone, like if let's say I don't know that this is SPY and someone blocks this and say, hey, and blocks this, I'll say analyze this chart. you should be able to analyze it. It doesn't matter, right? So if you bring a forex chart, you bring oil, you bring whatever, it's the same. All what you need to know is that what broker are these guys using? How to use the tools, learn how to use it, and then that's it, right? So once you learn, you can be able to trade anything. But usually there are a lot of unregulated brokers in the forex field. So sometimes there's a lot of shady stuff going on. So if you want something that is regulated, and because regulated, then the stock market and futures market is good, and you can trade that. And with crypto, I usually do more swing trades on crypto and stuff. My main area is trading stocks, options, and futures, right? That's my main area, but it doesn't matter. It's the same technical analysis across board. Once you know how to read candles, it doesn't matter the market. I can come to forex market and go and trade any of your currency pairs. It's the same thing. Or I can come to crypto and go trade crypto, right? Bitcoin and things, right? You can do that. So as long as you know technicals, you'll be able to navigate your way. All what you need to know is know the brokers that the guys are using, and you can execute with that. So yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Are you a forex trader? Have you been trading forex or something? Was Adebayo? Have you've been trading forex and crypto?
Yeah, thanks. That answers it. I do have some past experience doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, I probably want to learn more about stocks and options as well.
Okay. So just you are you in the WhatsApp group? You in the WhatsApp group? Are you in the
Yes,
WhatsApp group? Okay.
yes.
So send me a DM and then I'll set up a discovery call with you and then we can chat. Okay. Like I think I
Yeah,
have
thanks.
a free spot this morning here after trading, so I can have a call with you. So yeah, it's same stuff. Once you understand technicals, it doesn't matter the market. It's just like I always use the analogy. If you go to Spain, what language do you speak there? It's Spanish. If you go to Mexico, it's Spanish. If you go to Colombia, it's Spanish, right? So what I'm trying to say is that if you go to the stock market, it's technical analysis. Crypto market is technical analysis. Forex is technical analysis, right? That's what I mean. So it doesn't matter what kind of thing they are trading there, you can trade it, right? Yeah. So once you master the technicals, but what I've known is that the stock market is more regulated. So everything that we do, we use regulated brokers. In the forex market, I know there's a lot of unregulated brokers there, and a lot of manipulations and stuff. But here it's very regulated, and crypto is not as regulated as the stock market. So here, as day traders, what we do is that we trade a specific strategy every day, right? Most of the time, we are done with our trades by 10 a.m. Eastern, first 30 minutes, right? So we just need 1 hour to trade. Like you can add the preparation time, which is 30 minutes before the market opens. But the real trading time is usually half an hour. We are done, right? We trade a specific, like today, the main trade was this, like circle. Look at the time that this was done. This was done around 9:50 Eastern. So it's around 10 a.m. Eastern, right? So in the market, there's something like called key reversal time. So if you've been trading this market for a long time, you're going to know that around 10 a.m., there's always a reversal, right? That's why when you go here, I say, okay, guys, you can take profit here. You can hold some if you want. But immediately we saw this move. So here, I like to use the 2 minutes because the 2 minutes kind of gives you the warning shot. So if you get a stock that is moving here like this and it gets to this point and it start putting in this candle, this is a sign of reversal. It's imminent, right? That's what it is. This is in a Y state and it's sign of reversal imminent. That means that we are coming down, right? So that's why we got this move. So immediately you get this candle here. This means that we are heading down, is going to go down. So that's why I took my thing off and so took profit, right? Now this is coming all the way up here. So I kind of double between the 2 and the 5. The 2 minutes gives me my entries and exits. I can see the warnings early. And then the 5 minutes, I use it to ride the trade, hold it for a long duration. Okay. So that is what this stuff here looks like. And then here with the what's the name of that one? I didn't trade this one, FDX here. So here at the open, this here, what did he do? So I like to wait for the first 5 minutes candle. Okay. So here is 9:30, 9 this thing. So here immediately this could not break above this red line, and he started putting in this. It means that this is weak. It's going to head down, right? But as a day trader, I like to use the 2 minutes for my early entries. Immediately you see this coming down, you know that nah, this stuff is going to go down, right? This is not able to. So this area here. So if you take the trade, you put your stop here. This here, this candle, this green candle, and then as long as this does not come here and clear you out, you hold the trade and ride it to the downside. So yeah, from wherever you took it, either here or here, this is a 4% move to the downside. And then once stocks are selling, they sell very aggressively to the downside, right? So on Wall Street, there's a saying that the bulls take the staircase up and the bears use the elevator down. So it's very quick and rapid, right? So yeah, so that's it. So 2 trades. This one here, I did not take this one. MU worked out to some extent and bailed out. So here he held here, he broke out, but I could not quite break here. This was supply zone, and then he sold up, right? Sold up from there because this general market was selling off. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Did anybody take the Circle trade or FDS, Circle or FDS or even MU? So in trading, is a game of probabilities, right? The thing with new traders is that when they come, their mindset is, okay, I want to be 100% correct every time. No, it doesn't work that way, right? Even the best, the best traders in the world, they have losing trades, right? So all what you need to do is that you want to make your wins bigger than your losses, and that's the key, right? And then you have to know when you go into a trade, you have to have a trade plan. And your trade plan says, okay, I'm going to enter here, this is my stop here. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to take a loss, I'm going to come out, right? Like here, this one, it popped, it dropped, came my stop loss, I came out. No problem, right? No hard feelings, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to follow your trade plan to the end, right? You follow your trade plan to the end, and then you trade it. So those that trade with us, they know how to execute, how we do stuff and that kind of thing, so that you can trade it accordingly. So once you come and trade with us, you'll be able to master how to trade the first hour. We are not coming to sit here to watch the charts all day long. No. That's not what we are looking for. Because then that's another 9 to 5. No, we don't want that, right? We coming in, we know what we are looking for. First hour max. I'm not counting the preparation time. I'm talking about 9:30 to 10:30. You have to get your trade. So it's 2 ways. So on a day like this, on typical days, you can get the long like that, and then key reversal time, you can flip short and you can get both sides. There are days that we trade both sides, right? Long, short, make your money, walk away. Close shop, right? Try again the following day. So once you maintain that discipline, you'll be coming in, stacking in the wins and that kind of thing, and then building your confidence from there, right? So that's the key. But some new traders, when they come, they're thinking that everything is, what they think is, okay, I have to win every single day. Yeah, I mean, you can win every single day, but you have to know that it's not all trades that are going to work out, right? And that's why you have a trade plan, right? So if your stop loss hits, I don't consider that as a loss because that's a planned loss. That's like a professional loss, right? You already planned that, okay, if this does not work, this is what I'm going to lose. So if your professional loss is more than you allow it to exceed what it is, then that's a loss, right? So as a trader, once you're able to master those things, you'll be able to put your emotions in check, and then you can trade things accordingly, right? knowing that, hey, you know what? It's not every time that this is going to work out, but if it works out, I'll get my win. That's the key, right? Yeah. There are some people on Wall Street, some hedge funds that have 20% win rate or 25% win rate, but they're still profitable. What does that mean? That means that for every trades that they took, every 10 trades that they take, if their win rate is 20%, they only win 2 out of 10 times, right? But 8 out of 10, they are going to lose. How are they profitable? The reason why they're profitable is that the 8 times that they lose is going to be small losses, but their wins are bigger. That's the key, right? So win rate, I mean, we have a very high win rate strategy here that we trade, right? But I just want to show you guys that, okay, it's not about win rate. It's about consistency and also managing your losses, keeping your losses small and keeping your wins big. Okay. All right. So guys, let me know if you have any questions here. I'm done here for the week. I am just going to monitor this to see what's going on here. I think this is due for a rally. I don't know when it's going to come, but we'll just monitor it and scalp it, right? But otherwise, I'm done here for the day. Okay, guys. Did anybody take the Circle trade? Anybody take Circle today? Or MU or the other one, FedEx? FedEx. Did anybody take FedEx? FedEx here or Circle? Yeah, I'm going to have to go lock in on this options that I sold on FedEx. I have to go lock in on it. Let's get it down. Circle. Okay, awesome, good. I'll have to go lock in on my option selling. So yeah, I sold an option last night before the earnings. Like, I look at this chart and I say, okay, you know what? How far can this thing go, right? So here, that option is going to expire worthless. I bought it. I bought one expiring today. Like, sold it expiring today because I wanted to capture the juicy premiums from this. Right, juicy premiums from this. I think it was how much? $700 or $800, right? I collected from this, right? And so this one here is supposed to be around. I think I bought. I don't remember what it was, but because I never traded this in a while. I think 370 or something. So if by the end of the day this does not, this goes into 370, does not close above 370, I'll just hold it, and I'll just, like, the thing with option selling is that once you initiate the trade, the money is in your account already. It doesn't matter the outcome, right? All what you need to do is to go close the position. Okay, so that's the key. So here, this is really a nice move here, and the way this guy sold this aggressively, that's really crazy. So I'll not be surprised to see this trade below here on Monday and come and fill this gap. So this is a typical example of earnings reversal, right? Earnings reversal is the best, guys. I always wait for earnings. Earnings reversal trades are the best because you can come in and scoop up the cheap, because at the time that this was here, the market open, the put options for this was going to be very, 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 very cheap, because all those guys that bought puts here, they would have been smoked, right? So it's going to be very, very, very cheap. So if you capture the move to the downside, it's usually a very big move. Like, it's usually you're going to get it cheap and then you ride it up. Yesterday we traded the earnings reversal for MU and it was really nice. Okay, so good stuff. What about the rest? What did you guys trade? So Emeka said he traded Circle. Okay, so you traded Circle, right? And just Circle as well. Okay, good. What about the rest? What did you guys trade? Did you take any trades, or were you just watching? Yeah, so Circle has been impressive this week and last week as well. And if the market, crypto recovers, I mean, crypto has been selling a lot. The reason why we didn't see a lot of sell in crypto is that crypto has sold off a lot. It was like oversold, right? So if crypto has oversold, how far can it go? Like, like it's too much, like too much selling. If you look at this, yeah, with Bitcoin, let me show you something about Bitcoin. So it's too much selling, right? But I believe Bitcoin is not done yet. If the correction comes in the stock market, Bitcoin will go to like 26,000, right? Bitcoin is not done yet. It's not done yet. So this one here is just playing some games and things. But let me show you something. So here, let me take off all the lines. As a long-term investor, yeah, anytime you have something that is coming, like any stock, any ETF, whatever it is, I don't care what it is, crypto, forex, whatever you're trading, anytime you have anything that comes near this 200-week simple moving average, it's usually a great place where long-term investors and smart money like to buy, right? So that's why you saw that this yellow line here is a 200-week simple moving average, right? So you see that that's where Bitcoin started bouncing, okay? But I don't think that Bitcoin is done. It needs to go a little bit. It's going to go a little bit lower than that. If we get the correction in the market, or if we get into like a recession in the US, which I think is going to come soon, it's long overdue, it's going to come, right? And with the war situation, if they don't get the war situation sorted out quick, it's going to accelerate the recession. And oil has always been an indicator of that triggers recessions, right? So, and there's also private credit. So there's a lot of issues. Private credit is a black swan event that can cause the market to sell. There's also the oil situation and Iran. And there's the fact that the labor market is weak, is showing weakness. AI, a lot of people are using jobs due to AI, right? So that is also going to increase the unemployment. So here with Bitcoin, right? This is the place where I bought my Bitcoin in 2022. Here, see here, this area. So the reason why I like bear markets is that bear markets gives you ability to buy things at like the best price, right? Wealth is built in the bear market and money is made in the bull market, right? So you buy at the bear market, and then by the time the bull market starts, that's when you're going to be collecting, taking your money, right? Taking your money. So here you can see that this came all the way here and it has been selling off and things. So here I got Bitcoin over here because this, anytime any stock or anything that you're trading is below here, it means that it's the deep value zone, right? I mean, I exited my position when this came to this October area. I'm out, right? So anything I'm doing with Bitcoin is going to be just, short-term trading. In terms of a long term, I want it to be trading below this yellow line. That's going to bring us to the $120,000 mark, right? So here, those that have been following my work are telling you guys that Bitcoin, look at this, right? So here, you see that in 2017, Bitcoin topped out here, and every single time that Bitcoin has come here, it always crashes 80% minimum, right? 80%. So this area, so somewhere here, 80%, right? Take this out. So if you look at this, you can mark this level. See here, this is where this sold off to, right? So Bitcoin, oopsie daisy. So here. So let's do the measurement from here to here. 83%, yeah. Okay. And then here you have this where this ended here in the 2021, this area. So here from, you can take it from the top part, right? From here to here. So here is around 78-ish percent, right? Approximately 80%. So here, you see this trend line here, every single time Bitcoin has come here, this area, it has always crashed like approximately 80%. So you see that this is like a 9-year trend line. Where did this top out here in last year? See here, it touched it once, twice, 3 times. So when all the crypto gurus and furus were saying this is going to go to 200,000. I say, okay, yeah, it's possible. It can go, but the only time it's going to go is when we crack here, because this is a matter of all trend lines, and there's a lot of guys that are shorting this year. There's a lot of shorts here. So if we're able to clear this area, we are going to go higher. That's what's going to explode to that 200K, 150K mark that you're talking about. But if that is not done, it's not happening, right? So now, based on historical data, we can see that, okay, every single time this has come here to this trend line area is around 80% sell-off, right? So now let's do this one. Yeah, I can even do this. Like, move this here. Let me move it from here. Let's do it here. Sorry. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here. So we can do this here. It's like almost 70, 80%. And then here you have this other one from here at the top in October. So if you're a crypto trader or investor, you have to know this trend line. So here, this here, from here to here, look at it. That's where it came to, right? So this is already done 54%. 54%. So based on this average, we still have about 20-something% left, right? So with that in mind, this is going to bring us to where? Here. This one I'm looking at here with Bitcoin is going to be somewhere here. See this? So here, this is where I'll be happy loading the boat on Bitcoin. Not right now. See this here? This, okay, approximately 70 something around this range. So where is that? Where is this? This is going to be 26,000. Perfect. That's the place, right? That's the place where I'll be comfortable, like, long term. And that's going to be what? Below the yellow line in a deep value zone. Perfect, right? That's the place where you can buy. So by that time, a lot of people are going to be exhausted. They are going to say crypto is a scam. Crypto is this. Don't invest in crypto. That is when you have to be buying, right? You don't buy when everybody, if your next door neighbor who doesn't know anything about crypto or stock market start telling you, hey, best time to buy, that means that everybody knows about it. If everybody knows about something, it doesn't, the returns are not there anymore. Okay, so this is the area where I'm going to be buying Bitcoin here. This area, once it comes here, right? By that time, those that are crypto enthusiasts and stuff, they will get frustrated by then, right? Then that's where you have to buy. So a bear market is a good thing, right? Hope we get into a bear market. That's going to give us opportunity to buy high quality investments at a very low price, right? So you see stocks like SanDisk and MU and all these stocks, these names that have been going up. So what you need to do now is that you have to study the stocks that are doing very well. Do your analysis, know whether they are profitable, they are good company and stuff. Fine. So if we get into the correction or bear market, those stocks, you have to be buying them. Because once we reverse, those are the ones that are going to reverse first. And what I've seen over the years of doing multiple bear markets is that the Magnificent Seven, those are the best of the best. Anytime the market, recovers, those ones recover first, right? There are stocks that are not going to make it. In the bear market, they're not going to make it, right? I've been talking about a stock like Oklo for the longest time. Oklo, right? Telling people about Oklo for the longest time. And people are like, oh, okay, this is... So Oklo, if you do the fundamental analysis of Oklo, right? They've never made any revenue, zero revenue, right? So what's the purpose of running a business? A business has to make profits. Most importantly, they have to make revenue first before they can make profits. But this company here is zero profits, zero revenue. And the stock was trading at $193. That's nuts. So right now, if you were watching our YouTubes and stuff last year, I told you guys that this year is going to be, the theme of the year is going to be full year 2026, right? What is going to be full year guidance 2026? Some of these companies, Oklo is going to go to like $17 or even lower, or even single digits, right? It has already started selling. It's going to continue selling here. If you look at the fundamentals on Oklo, it's like these guys, they don't make any money, nothing. So if you're an investor, you don't want to go invest in such a stock. So for instance, in the boot camp, you are going to talk about stocks that are like which stocks are there, which ones are good companies and profitable companies, right? Those are the ones that we are going to look at, and we are going to look to sell options on. Not a stock like Oklo, no, because your question is that if you are selling options and doing stuff, are you going to be able to stomach a 50% haircut on a stock? If you can't do that, that means that your stock, because a good stock should not do that, right? So if we look at Oklo, if you go to what's it called? Where's the thing? Summary profile. If you go to the profile, you are going to see here that Oklo is where did I see that thing? Where is it? Yahoo Finance keep on changing this things here. Let me see. Go to the summary. So right here, you can see that EPS is negative, so it's a loss-making company, right from the get-go. So we all know loss-making company. So here, what is they don't even have trailing PE here. There's one thing that I was looking at. Let me go at financials. The last time I checked, they have not made any money. Look at their balance sheet. So in what's the name, in the boot camp, we are going to deep dive into this kind of things. So here I'm only seeing negatives, guys. Negative. That means debt, right? Owing money and stuff like that. Let me see something that I was looking for here. Cash flow. Look at the cash flow. Look at free cash flow. They don't even have money. These guys are owing money. Look at that. 68,000 and stuff. Right. But what happens is that retail chasing the stocks and some people holding it in their long-term portfolio, right? So these are the type of companies that you want to avoid if you want to sell options, or even if you want to be a long-term investor, right? You don't want to. So yeah, this is what I was looking for. Can you guys see what I'm seeing here? Look at this. Total revenue, zero, right? So I mean, a company that has made zero revenue trading at 194, it makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. So these are some of the things that as an investor you have to be watching to see, okay, is this a good company to invest in? So this is not done yet. This is going to continue selling, and but this, all what they have is deals. Oh, we have a deal with this person, we have a deal with that person, no revenue, right? So these are the companies. So once we get, so the thing is, you see that the market has not even corrected, right? But look at where Oklo is. Look at it. Oklo is what? 72% down. The market has not even corrected. It's not even down the 10%. So imagine if the 10% correction comes, or even something worse, a bear market. You think this is not going to be trading somewhere here or even here, all-time lows? You could, right? So here, this has a critical support here, Oklo. I analyzed it last time. Here, it has to hold this support level, this area, line in the sun. So here, this area here must hold here. If it doesn't hold here, then it's going to sell. So this is a short opportunity. So next area. So within this, it must hold this within this area. Between 53 and 49, it must hold there. Otherwise, it's going to come. It's going to sell off. Going to go lower, right? Next target could be somewhere here. Can be here or here, but it's going to go lower, right? So these are the things that you have to be watching. And I'm going to put a list of stocks that I'm watching here. There are 17 stocks that I'm watching that I'm going to be taking action on once we get the correction. Like this time here, this is not the time to go crazy on trades, because we are at we are in the transition between correction. We are heading into a correction, right? once we finish the correction and we hit our targets on the S&P. So the S&P, I'm looking at QQQ, SPY, I'm looking at this level here, this area. 613 is where I'm looking at here. So I have a short position here on SPY. I bought time on it. I mean, it's been messing around and stuff, but it doesn't matter. I'll just hold it. I'm green on it. I'm targeting here. This is what I'm targeting over here. But I have lots of time on it. Allow it to play out. I going to allow it, regardless of the outcome. I know where my stop loss is. I'm going to hold it, right? So once we get here, what's going to happen is that the stocks that I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm going to make a video. Those stocks are going to come to very good levels, right? So until the S&P 500 stabilizes, I'm not going to be buying a whole bunch of stocks. I need the S&P 500 to stabilize. Once it stabilizes, then that's when you can go and buy your favorite stocks. So stocks like Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, the Magnificent Seven, all of them are going to sell with the correction. And then once they stabilize, that's the time that you should buy and load up, right? So this is not the time to be going crazy on trades and stuff like that, because here, if you look at QQQ hardly, like, this was been very frustrating, right? QQQ, very frustrating, right? So this has been frustrating, and it's been like, chop. So finally we are coming here to this level. This is going to come all the way to this area here, and I think today we can close the day somewhere here. Right, it's coming down. Okay. All right, guys, have a good one. We will chat more later. See you guys in the YouTube live. So if you've not joined our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel here. I'll put the link here in the chat. You guys can subscribe to the channel, and you can get the where is it? You can subscribe to the channel here. Make sure subscribe to the channel so that you get all the stuff that we are going to talk about live here, so that I don't miss a beat. Right here, that's it. Okay. All right, have a good day, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.